One Piece X Puma collection for when Luffy went Gear 5, Naruto X Coach collection collaboration with Michael B. Jordan. Even the fact that McDonald's is having a McDonald's and they're having an anime about McDonald's, but it's like their own fictional one. Even Toyota has their own anime. Manga appeals to kids, manga appeals to adults, manga appeals to people in general because there's a manga for everyone. Even My Adventures of Superman has adapted his art style to look like anime, which is in essence manga. And why is that successful? Why is that important? Superman is one of the most well-known superheroes on the planet. I am not a Superman fan, but I even appreciate the fact that they made My Adventures with Superman. Like, it's an anime style and the storyline is different. Like, I like the way how they're adapting it. And even in the commercials when they're talking about it, they're tying it back. Like, if you love this TV show, go back to the comic. Go back to the source. Go back to the original. Hey kings and queens, welcome to another episode of Elevate with E. It's E here, you warning you, CEO of Greek Girl LLC, dedicated to rewriting the narrative. And this is a podcast aimed at helping you elevate over the limits life throws at you. And today is no different. Today's topic is the power of manga. Again, this is the power of manga. So let's break it down. What is manga? So manga are Japanese style comics that anyone can create, and power is the ability to do something or act in a particular way, especially as a faculty or quality. When you put these two together, you can't lose. You have no limits to your creativity. So, before I go any further, if you've never seen manga, this is manga. So we got Dragon Ball Z, we got Naruto, and we've got One Piece. Alright, in addition to that, you also have manga like Unrivaled by Zero Snake Media. You know, you've got My Hero Academia. You can bundle up your manga volumes into one big book. In addition to that, there's indie manga like Bold Saga, which we create here at Great Gale. So we got chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. So why am I letting you know all this? Because I love manga. And I want to show you the power of manga, because once you understand the power of manga, I'm telling you, kings and queens, not only can you not go wrong, you can't lose with it, man. You just cannot lose. And welcome back, everyone. Our theme for 2024 is Breakthrough. 2023 was the year of momentum. And what do you do with all of that momentum? You break through. You push forward despite the limits. This is how you elevate to the next level. And what art form creates more breakthroughs than manga? I know last week we talked about Akira Toriyama and the anime of Dragon Ball Z, as well as Dragon Ball and beyond. You know, rest in peace to a legend. This week, we're going to go one step beyond the anime. We're going to get into what happens before you reach anime, and that is manga. I love manga. If you don't know, if you're new to this channel, you've never heard of me, again, my name is Yuan, who's CEO of Great Gale, and what really helped me get to this level of just having creative freedom, just express myself in the best ways and help people is manga. Manga helped me when I was younger, when I was looking for a creative outlet. From the first time I held One Piece in my hand to now, it's just been incredible. And I remember that day when I went to Barnes and Nobles, and I'm telling you, once the mind is expanded to a new level, you can't go back. One of my mentors mentioned that, and it's true. Once I held this book in my hand for the first time, I was like, wow, everything changed. It was just so simple, so approachable. A child could do it. I could do it. And then from there, man, the rest is history. But I want to unpack this for you, because this is about helping you step into greatness and helping you understand the power of manga. And we're not just going to talk on manga from entertainment standpoint alone, from who can beat Goku and, you know, Sailor Moon, how strong is she, and all these other characters. Like, we're not going to get into that. We're going to talk about the business side of it, because I want to show you the benefits of the business side and how you can understand how to create your own and step into a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're not just trying to be consumers, we're trying to be prosumers, like 19 Keys says. Not just consumers or producers, prosumers. We produce or we consume. So yes, I love manga. I've loved it ever since a kid, ever since I held One Piece in my hand. You know, from that point on, it's just been impactful to me. It's just been powerful to me. And this is amazing because I feel a lot of people don't see it. Like when I was on David Shan's podcast, which was the Social Proof podcast, and I was talking about, you know, what makes you happy and going through all these things. And I talked about manga. A lot of people in the comment section were like, what is manga? And I find it so strange that sometimes people still don't know what it is, but I understand because not everyone knows everything. So, lucky for you and blessed for you, we have this podcast to express and explain and break it down for you so that you understand the major benefits. I'm telling you, this is not just a gold mine. You can change your entire life through manga and creating your own manga series cover to cover. All right. So what makes manga powerful is its impact. Manga is a secret advantage for business owners, course creators, entrepreneurs, and beyond. And why, you ask? And you may ask, like, why, you want? Why does manga matter? Like, I could do comics, I could do opt-ins, I could do ads, I could do all these other things which are making hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars. Yeah, you could. That is an option. And some of those things do work, and they work well for businesses that are very successful. But here's the answer. Out of all of them, manga has no limits. And this is one of the things I really want to touch on more and more and more as the podcast continues, as these episodes continue, as our videos go on. Because when you have no limits on your creativity, you can do anything. You know, we're talking about within the realm of reason. But yes, manga literally has no limits. It's sold worldwide. These are all the big reasons why you want to get into manga, why you should get into manga. It's sold worldwide. It's outselling American comics. Manga is currently popular, and many brands are doing tie-ins with manga. One Piece X Puma collection for when Luffy went Gear 5. Naruto X Coach collection collaboration with Michael B. Jordan. Even the fact that McDonald's is having a McDonald's and they're having an anime about McDonald's, but it's like their own fictional one. Even Toyota has their own anime. It's like I'm telling. I've also seen advertising companies using manga and using anime to tell their stories. Even My Adventures of Superman has adapted its art style to look like anime, which is in essence manga. And why is that successful? Why is that important? Superman is one of the most well-known superheroes on the planet. I'm not a Superman fan, but I even appreciate the fact that they made My Adventures with Superman. Like, it's an anime style, and the storyline is different. Like, I like the way how they're adapting it. And even in the commercials when they're talking about it, they're tying it back. Like, if you love this TV show, go back to the comic. Go back to the source. Go back to the original. We'll talk about why that matters later on. But again, manga appeals to kids. Manga appeals to adults. Manga appeals to people in general because there's a manga for everyone. I'm telling you. And manga sections are bigger and broader in Barnes & Nobles than American comics. I even went to the library in my area in Newburgh, and they're even talking about they have an anime club, and they have clubs where they read manga. There's always a manga section. So I'm telling you, it behooves you not to step into this because kids are there, parents are there. Because if the kids are reading it, the parents are going to at least see it, check the book out if they're young enough. They're going to come across it at some point. Wouldn't it be in your best interest to actually have a method, a means of communication, a media format that actually reaches your target audience in a different way? In a way that's timeless, in a way that's empowering? No, I'm not even going to go any further. I'm going to break down the power of manga to you so that you see the value in this incredible art form. So let me break down the power of manga. 1. Manga is perfect for businesses and entrepreneurs. Why? Manga prints in black and white. If you've ever done printing before, you know how much of a hassle it is to print CMYK. Those are the combinations that equal to print format, and it's more expensive to print in color. But guess what? If it's in black and white, you're saving money. And the type of paper manga prints on is like what newspaper print. It's not like, there are ones that are higher quality, but it's not like you're printing on cardstock or some of the super high quality paper. It's paper that's simple. So again, you're saving money because you're not printing in color. Because if you ever do color to black and white analysis, you're saving a ton of money. Manga is very small. Like, this is how big manga is. You see my hand, you see a book. Bam. Now imagine you see your hand or your customer. This is their hand. This is your product, your business, your mission, your brand statement, everything that you talk about in a book that they can hold in the palm of their hand. You see how thick this is? It's basically like the size of a couple of newspapers. And then if you want to go into like the more mainstream manga, like One Piece to Tankobon, it's not thick. Again, it fits in the palm of your hand. It's very small, so it's very approachable. It's clay, and you can mold and shape it however way you want. That is why I love manga. It literally has no limits, and it's beyond an art form. It's clear and real. It's a real and clear way to connect with your target audience's hearts and minds. See, what I love about manga is that you can use it to educate your audience, entertain them, and showcase what your business is truly about and what you truly value, all right? Because at the end of the day, like Brian Tracy said, in the 21st century going forward, all money is made through relationships. So you need to invest relational capital. Sometimes it's not just about having, capital, having, money on hand or just cash flow. Sometimes you need to be able to relate to people and resonate with people so that when they go into their wallet and they invest into your business, into your product, into your service, they see the value. It's not just about getting something that's cheaper or getting something that's higher quality. It's getting something that is the best system, the best asset, the best benefit for them. And that's worth more than money can buy. And that's how you're able to resonate with people with manga. I'm telling you, Kings and Queens, this is crazy. I knew it was about to be big when I saw Gary Vee. I mean, look at this. Gary Vee, if you never heard of him, look up VaynerMedia. Just look up Gary Vee. He is awesome. Profound entrepreneur, profound author. He's incredible. One of the best business minds on the planet. And what I love is that he created VeeFriends, started as an NFT. Now they're literally turning it into comics and animation. Why is that impactful? That's literally the Pokemon model. We talked about this on the Elevate with E podcast already. I'm telling you, if you don't step into this, the business owners are going to step into it, and it may go from a blue ocean to a red ocean. But I'm telling you, the Pokemon model, that creature model, look, just check the link above or around. You'll see it. Again, check it out. The Pokemon model. That was on episodes that we did already. So the reason I'm mentioning this is that Gary Vee is literally taking his illustrations and his characters, then the VeeFriends, all the cute animals and all these other things, now he's turning into comics. I've seen animations that they have already. They're working on, possibly 3D animations as well, which means at one point they can have video games. At one point they can have merchandise. I'm telling you, all of this is showcasing Gary's brand and connecting with his fans, his super fans, and his community. He's able to speak. It's almost hitting all 4 quadrants. Under 25 male, under 25 female. Over 25 male, over 25 female. Because animals resonate with people. Alright? Characters and cute illustrations resonate with people. Not that 3D is bad, but because 2D is such a pattern interrupt. It's something that you just don't see just around you. 2-dimensional, hand-drawn illustrations has a nostalgic, powerful, incredible, emotional feel. And at the end of the day, people buy with emotion and justify with logic. Again, people buy with emotion and justify with logic. Now, as we talk about all this, you may be wondering, okay, if I want to make a manga, that's good, but how do I actually protect it? One of the things that you can do, one of the things that you should do is you should do it with a copyright. Don't believe the hype of when you see people around you just making manga, they're doing their one-shots, they're just putting all these content on social media to get the likes up, putting stuff on Webtoon to get the likes up, to get brand awareness, people know, like, and trust them. While it is important, without a copyright, you don't own your manga. All right, and the poor man's copyright does not exist, because if you mail something to yourself, and let's say it's 5/2/24, and you finished your book today, but someone has a newspaper from the past and they put it in the envelope. You see what I'm saying? It's never going to work in your favor, and it's just going to get thrown out in court. You need a copyright. You need to go to copyright.gov. You need to actually file for one. It's not scary, all right? It's literally less than $100. Literally. You can invest less than $100 and save yourself millions, because if you don't have a copyright and you finally make your chapters and you reach 100 chapters and you have no copyright, that means you don't own your story, first of all. Second of all, if someone sees you popping and they want to take your stuff, legally they can, and there's nothing you can say or do to stop them. You could invest. Look, I'll explain it like this. Working and creating your manga without a copyright is like discovering a gold mine, right? But you're not protecting it. You may have taken one piece of gold out, maybe 2, and you just left it open. Days pass, and you come back and it's gone. You don't want that, because what's going to happen is people are going to lay claim to what you discovered. Lay claim to your story, and you don't want that, all right? You don't want to finally create a multi-million or even billion-dollar intellectual property. Yes, your story, and then someone steals it. So what you should do is get a copyright. I'm telling you. Just posting online is not enough. You need to have a strategy and a system. And we cover this, and later on we'll talk about it again, but we cover this in depth, because I'm a self-publishing coach. We've done already 14 books. It's been 6 years, and we do books cover to cover. So when we're telling you this stuff, it's in your best interest to help you. We're not just trying to do this to help us. We're doing this to help you, because we want to see you win and you create your stories and step into greatness. Next up, 2. Manga tells the most powerful, authentic, and unique stories. It's not that you don't find great stories in the Bible. I love that. It's not that you won't find great stories in books. I'm currently reading The Way of Kings by Bryan Sanderson. Fire. Is that with the lashings and the stormlight? That thing is fire. But here's the thing. Story is the greatest catalyst for change. Jordan Peele again. Story is the greatest catalyst for change. And it's not that the Bible and Way of Kings by Bryan Sanderson and, books by Harry Potter and all this other stuff aren't bad. They're great stories. But here's the thing. When you have a manga story, right, it's going to change people's lives because not only is it written from a real place or place that's resonating with people, but it's also visually stunning. Like the amount of artistry that's put into manga it's breathtaking work. In its simplicity, it's beautiful. It's like Occam's razor, but it's like this beautiful brush of like elegance and class. And when you see manga for what it is, it's so simple. It's black, white, and shades of gray, but it's so powerful because what they're able to capture in that is great. Now, another thing I didn't mention, bonus benefit of manga. Manga is made quickly. In fact, manga is made so quickly that generally speaking, if you're doing it traditional publishing, you're making a manga chapter every week or every other week. So you're hitting like 30 to 40, maybe close to 50 chapters a year, depending on your speed. What does that mean for you? Success loves speed. And if you're outperforming your competition and you're creating more quality content that's visually stunning, well written, and cohesive that is easy to get into, it's a done deal. Like you can just take off. So that's what I'm telling you, kings and queens. Manga is one of the best things to get into. Manga talks about culture, people, places, and history. It captures a wide range of human emotions. I have read chapters of manga, specifically One Piece, and I have actually cried for characters. Yes, me, a grown man. Well, I was a teenager when I was reading, but I was growing up, getting older, reading manga, something like this, and then crying. Like that's the power of manga. When you write a well-written story, and all mangas are Japanese-style comics, if you don't know. When you have a quality story, it can evoke emotions. Great stories help you resonate with the person that's reading or creating it. So it's like you're in mental alignment with the person, the author that created the book. So I'm telling you, kings and queens, it's just an experience you need to see for yourself. Creating manga is like your fingerprint. It's unique to the creator and special. With manga, you can truly win on purpose. Why? Because stories inspire change. These manga stories, they inspire change in people and communities and worldwide. It inspires people to take action. You can talk about so many deep and meaningful topics in a breezy and fun way or a deep and serious way, depending on how you want to go about your manga. 3. Manga can be adapted to any story on earth. Many people are saying they would love to see a Bible manga. They would love to see a Bible anime. That is great. What Had Happened Was series is working on it. You can check out stories like Flip Flop, Hunters of Illumis, and Rival Bull Saga. There's so many other stories that are taking what's in the Bible and actually adapting it to manga. So check those stories out. But I'm telling you, manga is about heroes, not superheroes. That is big. That is major, and that's important. Why? Superheroes are an antiquated ideology. It was nice back in like the 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, even the 70s, 80s, 90s to have the idea of a superhero putting on a mask, a secret identity, going off to stop crime, and then always circling the city. But then every couple of generations, the story resets. We are now living in an age where people want to see a quality story and they want to see characters grow and change and develop and transform. Character arc, they're growing, just like our people are growing. That is the benefit of manga. Manga doesn't reset every couple of chapters. It's just quality story that resonates with people. That's why when people read Bold Saga, they're like, oh my gosh, I love the characters, I love the story. And you don't really have to ask too deeply, like, where does it begin? It literally says it on the cover. You'll see a 1 or you'll see a 2. Literally. So you just continue and continue and continue from there. And then you'll see like a 3. And then you will literally see a 4. So the books are easy to get into. It's easy to understand. And the reason why heroes are better than superheroes is because of this. This specifically. And this is why I love manga. Heroes can be plumbers, carpenters, social workers, doctors. Even animals can be the hero. Heroes can be any human character you want to focus your story on, alright? It doesn't have to be a superhero with a secret identity. It can be anyone you want it to be. So I'm telling you, kings and queens, manga is... You know how many types of stories you can tell? I have read manga about tennis players. I have read manga about people playing hockey. I have read manga about golf. And I don't even like golf, right? But I would read a manga about it. Why? Because when you read a manga, the person who was actually creating it has actually studied what they're talking about. This is why you'll learn in like animes or even manga adiabatic compression when spacecraft is re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. You learn about the keel, the eukaryotic zone in the oceans. Even, for example, if you really want to get into stories that are educational and entertaining, Dr. Stone is perfect. They literally talk about like the benefits of like soap and how you create soap and, science and how you create lasers and lift and drag and flight. They even went as far as like creating like armor to protect themselves from the enemies coming against them, but they used science to overcome. The ending was iffy, but at the end of the day, the concept is still there. So I'm telling you, kings and queens, when you have stories about heroes versus superheroes, you can tell any type of story. And a benefit to a hero of a superhero, hero is themselves. Just like you're yourself, your identity, you don't have to put on a mask to be you. That's the benefit. You don't have to hide yourself to show off your power. That's the benefit. Where a superhero, they're generally hiding it, generally trying to make sure that no one knows who they are. They're misfit. They're always holding back. Manga is always about going beyond your limits, about chasing your dreams, about living up to your destiny. That is real life, all right? It's a journey. It's overcoming the craziest of adversities by not just luck or chance, but by actually becoming stronger, becoming better, overcoming challenges. Oh my. And manga celebrates the human spirit triumphantly. When you read a manga, it's just different. You need to write a story that matters, specifically when we're talking about manga, because there's so many average and soulless stories. To stand out on the red ocean of regressing stories, you need to write from the heart. You need authenticity. That's something you can't prompt. So when I talk to people, whether I'm at Boston Comics in Color, or at Schaumburg, or anywhere that I go, or even at public libraries, and I talk about Bold Saga, I talk about what really happened. I don't try and sugarcoat it. I talk about the fact that I really did fail all my deadlines. That I really did take 20 months to release the first chapter. That my grandfather really did pass away, and COVID really did happen, and I really did have to work on his funeral arrangement. All of these things happened, but I never gave up on my dream because I realized it was I either have the dream on this side and just mourn and just give up on it, or on this side, actually chase the dream and honor him in spite of all the chaos, all the challenges. So when I finally finished chapter 1, here's what I put on the first chapter that you see in the book, the first page for that matter. Days may be dark, but still don't give up. Days may be dark, but still don't give up. Because that's what it's about. It's about overcoming the limits that life throws at you, not just letting them beat you. That's why Bold Saga is Brave Onward's Limit Destroyer. See how real that is? You're not going to just prompt that. You're not just going to, come out of nowhere with that. That's real life. That's real life. And real recognizes real. 4. Manga leads to anime, merchandise, and movies. Now, you may not know this, right? You may not know this, but your boy doesn't just do manga or anime. Well, we're working on the anime. We do animation. We'll work on that. We don't just do manga, all right? Here's the best part. We actually make merch. Like, this hat is actually from Bold Saga. This I Got No Limits hat, it is literally from chapter 3 of Bold Saga, which is a lot of people's favorite chapter. I wrote a song called Hakuna Mapaka. Teaser is out. Full song is coming soon. And the lyrics is Hakuna Mapaka, and Hakuna Mapaka is Swahili for no limits. So this hat, I Got No Limits, is in the book, all right? This sweatshirt I'm actually wearing right now is Masego's father, Akachi, and the mother, McKenna Umnatha. And literally, I've walked around with this. My wife has it as well. We've gone to events, people looking at it like, wow, that's amazing, that's beautiful. I was even speaking of Roy Cooper, he's like, your own is cool, I had to fight for your dreams hoodie on. He's like, your wife's own is better. And I understand where he's coming from, because this is beautiful. But guess what? These aren't just illustrations on a sweatshirt. These are actual characters from a series. So what does that mean? That literally means that you're able to resonate with people on a different level. When people get to know, like, and trust your characters, right? Your characters, not mine, your characters from your book, from your manga, that allows them to resonate with you. They can see themselves as the characters. Like, I was just in Walmart yesterday, saw someone with saw this little girl, she had a Princess Peach t-shirt on. I was at Target another day, saw a little boy with a Pokemon shirt on. Like, these are the things that kids love. I saw even an elderly man, he was wearing a Pikachu t-shirt in Aldi's, or Aldi for that matter. I can't believe there's an apostrophe S. The point is this, all right? When people love a character, they will wear the merch, they will rock the characters, they will become super fans. Now imagine if that was your business, whatever business you're in, whether plumbing, whether construction, whether you're a doctor, a chiropractor, so many things. And the best part is that because manga is anything hero-based, you can have it scientific. There's literally an anime series called Cells at Work, where they talk about, like, cytophages. They talk about red blood cells. They talk about, the different organs. They talk about diseases entering the body. And instead of it just being like the chemical, they actually show characters like combat and fighting and like people with human emotions. And oh my gosh, like the red blood cell is actually a delivery girl delivering the blood. I'm telling you, like the level of incredible ingenuity and just like imagination in manga is just out of this world. It is in your best interest to step into something that is breathtakingly fresh and creatively unbound. You can do whatever you want. Manga, you can do whatever you want. Any type of story, you can do whatever you want. It is incredible. So no other media format ties together like manga and anime. I've literally talked to clients, they'd be like, oh man, I got this idea for an anime. I would love to make an anime. Can you And I like to hear it, but at the same point, I'm like, you stepped beyond. You need to have a manga in your best interest. Why? Making an anime or animation, that's what anime is. It's a Japanese word for animation. It's expensive. I was even speaking to Dawood Wheeling recently, and it was at the Schaumburg Comic Book Festival. And the reason why I brought that up is this, all right? I'm telling you, kings and queens, I'm telling you. When you literally understand how much animation costs, you realize, wait a minute, I don't want to be spending all of this money and not know what I'm talking about. One episode of, for example, Attack on Titan is like $150,000. One episode of One Piece is like $90,000. One episode of Death Note is $1 million. So it's like, animation is expensive because at the end of the day, every second you can get in these frames, like 24 frames a second. You can get in a lot of illustrations in 24 frames. And when you add that up for seconds and then minutes, and then that can be like continuously for episodes, because each episode of an anime is like 24. Like, you don't want to be just wasting your money. You want to make sure that you're investing into something that has an established fan base, all right? That's the benefit of having a manga, so that by the time you get to the anime and you're spending tens of thousands of dollars depending on your budget, you actually have the actual fan base to actually support it, so the series continues and just doesn't get canceled right after you create it. Next up, you can make t-shirts of your brand mascots, your manga characters. Now that's a game changer. As I told you before, I got Masego's parents, Akachi and Makena Umnata, literally on this sweatshirt right here. This hat is literally I Got No Limits. And these things are available now. It's not like I'm just talking about it and it's coming soon. Like, they're available now. You can just go to sora.greatguild.com to get yours today. Now, why is that so incredible? Because imagine getting merch sales on your business for characters that are representing your business, brand mascots. I literally heard D1 say earlier today that he has sold more off of merch than on his own music at tours. Why is that incredible? That is a game changer for you, because that's literally telling you that if he can do it, you can do it by creating an actual brand around your characters, around what your business is about. You can create character mascots with manga, and then put your mascots on your merch. I'm telling you, there have been people who haven't even read Bull Saga that love the merch. Like, I love Shawnee's shirt, I love Masego shirt. They just want to get the merch because it looks dope, it looks fresh, it looks fly. So I'm telling you, you can literally get more revenue for your business. And if you want to turn it into a subscription model, all the different aspects, there's so many benefits to it. It is priceless. Next up, and that's all a game changer. Now, when you make a movie, right, your audience will be invested in your characters or representing your business. Look at McDonald's, anime, or even Toyota's own. So I'm telling you, and it was Dawood and Yabuile. So I'm telling you, kings and queens, that was the animator who spoke. He was at Lion Forge. He was with Royal Coupe at the Yano panel that they had at the Schaumburg this past weekend. So why am I letting you know all of this? Animation is expensive, but it's not impossible. And when you have a quality story, right, and a quality manga around your business, you're able to generate more revenue for your business. That's more advertising. So when you do your ads, people don't just want to see an ad that's just information. Buy. Now listen to Russell Brunson and other people. They talked about it and they mentioned that you want your ad to feel like entertaining. You want to make it feel like a game. You want to make it feel fun. And what's more entertaining than a great story? What's more entertaining than a great book? And manga is very easy to get into. You have ads in manga, or your manga characters. You have ads with anime based off of your manga characters. Oh, man, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. I'm telling you. And if you don't do it, and you have a business, don't be shocked if you see all these other businesses doing the same thing in the next year, 2 years, or even currently, or already done. So I'm letting you know now is the perfect time to jump into it before it is oversaturated. Now, manga is a transmedia hidden gem. Why? The number one and number two highest media franchise of all time employ. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Elevate with E. We truly appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. And if you loved this video, we know you'll love the one coming up next. Just click the link and enjoy.